Going on?
What up, though?
How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm great, bro. How about you?
I'm blessed.
All praises due.
So, um, so I just started the recording, and as I was saying, we're going to do this a little bit differently because I think last week, I'm not sure if it was as a part of Sunday school or what I was saying in Bible school, but we had discussed the concept of Ikigai. So what I'm going to do is we'll dive into it real quick. Um, Now remember, this Sunday school is for um, unlearn and relearn partners. There may be some folks that will be coming from that will be joining us from the course of Revelation. Question: are you guys hearing me once or twice? Do I have an echo?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
Cool. So some people are going to be here that are from the course of Revelations, but this concept and a lot of our concepts that we're going to be discussing in Sunday school are not solely applicable to unlearn and relearn licensing partnerships, how to sell Derek stuff. As a partner, we want to pour into each other as often as possible. But also, there's folks in the course of Revelations that may not be selling the stuff that we're selling, but they're selling something. And I can uh, barely contain myself for the conversation that you guys will be a part of shortly in the course of Revelations Bible study. And it's going to all make sense in 1 second. Speaking of which, before I even do that, let me just hit you guys to my Bible real quick because I want to make sure that I share that with you guys each week as I'm doing it. So give me 1 second. All right. Thought it was up. All right. So this is my updates to my Bible. You guys were able to see some of them last week. Pretty much all of this remained the same. But I got into the coat of arms and the crest, right? So when we look at what my family animal would be, or the symbolism for my family, we all know that it's Voltron, and it's the black lion as the head. But this would be what I'm circling right here on the screen right now, would be uh, an example of a family crest or a shield.
pardon self. I just see you on the screen. I just see your picture.
Oh, for real? Okay, 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. All right, there we go. You guys can see my screen now.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay, cool. So pretty much everything I said already, except for with my Bible, Voltron, as I said, and I'm circling on the screen right now in the middle of his chest, this shield, um, which will serve as the family crest or coat of arms. So I'm going to read through like really quick. The story of the gifted family begins with a symbol that will come to represent their legacy, the family coat of arms, often mistaken for a family crest. Coat of arms is a more comprehensive emblem encompassing various symbols that tell the tale of the family's history. values, and aspirations. The family crest itself, a smaller component that sits proudly above the helmet in full heraldic achievement, is just one of this intricate tapestry. I'm gonna change that wording. Um, each element of the gifted's family coat of arms was chosen with great care, reflecting the essence of who they were and who they aspire to be. Every color, shape, and figure carries specific meaning, a secret code passed down through generations for the gifted family. This code was not just a formality, it was a declaration of their identity. So here I tap into the colors. Then I go into the origin story. And I'm just reading a little bit. I'm not going to go too deep into it. You might be wondering, how does the story of the gifted family tie into a cartoon from the 1980s called Voltron? Let me tell you, it's deeper than you think. I know. It sounds a bit wild at first, but trust me, by the end of this, you'll see how it all comes together. As a kid, I didn't have a whole lot of things that brought me joy. Fun was a rare commodity, but Voltron, man, that was different. That was my escape. Every episode was like a doorway into another universe, a place where five teens got to pilot giant robotic lions that combined to form an even bigger, unstoppable force. They weren't just any old lions either. They represented unity, teamwork, and the idea that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It made sense that when the time came for me to write the story of my family, I weave in some of that Voltron magic. This is real life meets inspiration. So here I go in and I explain the different lines. So I'm gonna go with the blue line because this one is the first one that I actually attributed to a person. This one is all about loyalty and being there when things get tough. It forms the right leg of Voltron, giving it a solid foundation. In our family, the blue line represents those who are quiet strength behind the scenes, the ones who stand firm even when the odds are stacked against us. It has the ability to freeze things in place, meaning in a crisis, they stop time, assess the situation, and figure out what needs to be done. And don't forget, the blue line was the first to be found. Just like the backbone of every family, often the quietest, but also the most essential. Iman, which translates to faith. And for you guys that don't know, Iman is my daughter's name. Then I went to where did it all start? As for me, Dante Gifted, the one who's writing this down and leaving it for all of my future generations to cleave to, it all started in 1978 in West Philly, a city on the East Coast of the United States of America. If that country, space, and place still exists when you're reading this. Now, I got a few points of reference to share with you that stretch back before I even set foot on this earth. But don't worry, I'll only hit you with the important ones, the ones that matter, the ones that'll help you not only understand who you are, but what you come from, the stock that's in your bloodline. Fair warning, though, where it all started is going to get a little confusing, maybe even murky at times. And it's exactly why I made the first commandment so important. You remember it, right? What was it again? Ah, don't tell me you forgot already. Okay, no worries. Flip back a few pages really quickly because this one is super important. Yes, thou shalt not harbor detrimental secrets. See, the thing is, I can't be for sure or for certain about every part of the story. My very existence, my very place in this world is the result of some seriously fucked up family secrets. The type of secrets that could tear a man apart or build him into something stronger. So as you were reading this and piecing it all together, trust me, I'm doing the same thing right here, right now. And as I'm unraveling this tangled mess, I'm having second, maybe third thoughts about even putting this whole shit show on paper. But I recognize that my duty, my responsibility to my daughters, and this one's for them. Notice I said daughters because as of today, September 5th, 2024, I have no sons. There's no male heir to carry on the gifted family name. But hey, don't sweat it. We got a plan for that. Just keep reading a good book. Now let me tell you, where did it all start? So that's me just giving some pertinent updates uh, about my Bible, and hopefully it serves as a template for you guys and the direction that you guys are choosing to take. So today's conversation is Ikigai. Jay, um, I started out by telling everybody that today's conversation is going to be a little bit more interactive. So I'm going to need everybody participation. Um, and it's only a couple of us here, so you got to worry about raising your hand. You know, just jump right in. Just be mindful of speaker to speaker. So what's Ikigai? Ikigai is a Japanese concept that roughly translates to your reason for being or your reason to live. It represents the intersection of four key elements: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for. The idea is that when you find something that fulfills all four areas, you found your Ikigai. You found your deep sense of purpose or fulfillment in life. So they're going to break down to the four elements. What you love is your passion, things that you enjoy doing, which things that bring you joy and satisfaction. What you're good at, what's your profession, what skills or talents that you excel in. And as I'm saying this, I want you guys to be thinking through these things because we're going to do a exercise. What does the world need? What is your mission? Something that can positively impact society or fulfill a need. This is how you can get money once you identify what's your mission. And when you have a mission that is impact driven, um, and it fulfills a need, the money gonna come. Now, what is it that in that space that you can actually get paid for? Something that provides you with financial reward or stability. So you figured out what you love, you know what you're good at, you know what your wish mission is, and what you want to complete, what your task, what your job here is. Now, in that job, being as though what you know how to do, where is the space that you're gonna activate to get money? So if your mission is to, if you realize that you love children and that you're a school teacher, that's a skill that you had that you excel at. Um, you realize that the world needs more homeschooling spaces and education for the community. So now you look at it as like, okay, in that space, what can I do to get paid? Do I want to buy buildings and create spaces that people can come in and actually learn how to homeschool? Do I want to homeschool? I mean, do I want to be an online curriculum creator? Do I want to take my ability to be a good teacher and teach a specific thing for folks that are doing why do I keep calling it homeline? That are doing homeschooling for their children or for their institutions. So finding a balance between these elements can lead to a fulfilling and meaningful life. It's about living in alignment with your values and talents while contributing to the world in a way that's sustainable. Um, so I'm gonna bounce this question right here to you guys. How does this concept relate to something that you're working on right now or that you're thinking about? Somebody, anybody?
I'd say for me, it's just like embracing the nerdy stuff that I like that other people like don't like to do. That's really made me quite a lot of money because some people look at a computer screen and just like they go cockeyed, whereas me, that boring stuff, I'm just like, this is great. So embracing that's really made a huge shift in my life.
Got it. Um, Anybody else? All right,
It's Shaki Yago.
go ahead.
I realized that, homeschooling my own kids, that a lot of moms don't have that option, even if they thought about it or want to. So it creates like a desire to create a space, whether it be a daycare or a co-op, my own co-op, where I can like, maybe become more of a babysitter for moms who want more for their kids but just can't do it for whatever reason. So spending time with my own kids create a desire for me to help other moms know, like, have an outlet for their kids to be somewhere where they know, like, okay, I want them over there instead of over here. Because a lot of times we're forced to put our kids places we don't really want to, but we got to do what we got to do. So I'm thinking about creating a better, a safer space for moms and their kids, but most of all for the kids. Because if I can find a way to make money with my kids without being extra, and when I say extra, I mean like I don't want to do too much. So if I could be a babysitter, I could be a daycare person, I'm cool with that.
And so looking at the diagram, right? Shaki just explained to us what she loved, what the world needs. She's identified what she can get paid for. Oh, did she identify what she's good at? This this part over here. And if you feel like that you have, then reiterate it. And if you didn't, then tell us what you're good at.
What I do with my kids, I ain't gonna do to somebody else's kids. But if people watch us from the outside, they're like, damn, I want what they're doing, or I would like to go her. So I attract children. Like, I don't know why, but especially saying like those are my kids. But old kids, these of age, they see my freedom I have,
Hold
want to
on,
hang out with
Shaki.
us. So I tend to,
Shaki,
yeah.
you really sound like a robot. You're getting like
Oh
every
God.
other word, really choppy.
Okay.
But
Can you hear me
you're
now?
saying good shit though. Yes.
Okay, I said that I'm good at taking care of other, like nurturing other people's kids better than I can nurture my own kids. Because what I would do with my kids or say to my kids, I wouldn't dare say to the next kid because they're not my kid. You understand? So with
Mhm.
that being said, when looking from the outside in, it's like, damn, I want to hang with her and her kids. Or I want to be a part of whatever her kids got going on. So it's it's a desire for everyone to peep game want ends. And if I can make that happen, then I would. Like I can take like 10 kids at one time, you know what I'm saying? My kids. So like I said, I'm better with others. I consider myself to be more lenient and nurturing or sorry to the next kid versus my kids who I'm straightforward, hardcore. I get on their ass, but I won't do that to the other kid. And just from watching that, kids can adapt to that and know what not to do with me and what to do with me. So I attract kids more than I would, adults, if that makes sense, in a good way.
Mhm.
So I'm good at nurturing kids, taking care of kids, period.
So we've been able to identify everything on the outer circles, what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you're good at. Now the intersection is as far as profession, vocation, mission, and passion. Do we feel like that, and I'm asking this to the rest of the group, that the things that Shaki just identified that would be on the outer rings, are they aligning with the things that are on the inner rings, which is basically one step away from her finding her Ikigai? So what I mean is, whereas you have what you love and what the world needs, do those things intersect? And do they align with what her mission sounds like it should be? It is not.
Yes,
Who answered yes?
TC.
Okay. Uh, break down another one. TC, does it what the world needs and what she can get paid for? Does it meet what her vocation is?
I believe they coincide. They go hand in hand.
So what's her vocation?
Making a safer environment for children, right? That's what she said. Well, I caught bits and pieces because she was breaking up a little bit, but
Okay. So what I understand her vocation is, and this may be me pulling on me knowing her personally, her vocation is that she's a person that operates in the space of home care. She's a provider. Like that's what she does right now to make money. She's a caretaker. Am I right, Shaki?
Mm-hmm.
Right on the head. That's my
Okay.
vocation. So moving forward towards my passion will be more of a childcare provider versus a healthcare provider.
Right. So your vocation is matching what the world needs because you're getting paid for that already. So we know the world needs that. And what you can get paid for, we've already seen that you're getting paid for that right now. So it aligns with your vocation. And what you're good at aligns with what you can get paid for and your profession. Because what you want to do, that you're not steering off of the path of what you already know. So your profession going forward will be the lady that is tackling homeschooling with other folks' kids and teaching that space, but using yours as the model. Like I know how to do this in my house, but I'm better and I can get paid doing it outside of my house for other people. So with that, when we look at what you love and what you're good at, do you feel like it aligns with your passion?
Yes, and I never thought of it that way because at the end of the day, my passion is to love, and I'm good at doing it. So yeah, it all correspond with each other and intertwine, if that makes sense.
Makes total sense. Anybody else want to take a tackle at it?
The comment, Dante?
Say again.
I got a comment to make.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're a dope ass teacher, and I've been dodging this class for whatever reason, but some told me to come today, and that's pretty much what I need. Like, I don't feel like you're holding my hand, but at the same time, like, I'm able to think. And a couple of days ago, I was like, I don't even know what the fuck my passion is, but doing this here and breaking it down the way you broke it down, like I do this already. I've done it before I became a nurse. Like I took care of kids before I even had kids, so it always been something that was in me. So now there's like a mission to complete type shit. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thank you for showing up and participating. So in the chat, I just dropped it's 15, it's 16 prompts, excuse me, that you can use to figure out your Ikigai. All right. So we just did a quick fast version with Shaki, but and I'm reading directly from the chat, right? So if you take the time and sit down and write down 4 people you'd like to help, 4 habits you'd like to develop, 4 gifts you can give to the world, 4 places you would like to travel to, and there's 16 of them, right? And do this, guys. Then you can do this on your own time, but I'm gonna walk you through it right now, real quick. Answer those questions and then come in chat GPT and just ask it. Help me create an overview of my business Ikigai if I were to give you answers to specific questions about myself. And treat treat Chat GPT just like you talking to another person and asking it what you want. So it told me absolutely, I'd be happy to help you create an overview of your business Ikigai. Please go ahead and provide your answers to the specific questions, and we can work together to craft a meaningful summary, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the specific questions in, right? But just be careful because if I press enter at the end of these sentences, it's going to start answering the question. So for me, this is the only way I know how to do it, is use a space bar when I copy and paste, put stuff in. It's probably a better way. And if somebody know, then please let me know. But for right now, I'm doing it the Dante way. So you guys are able to see what the questions are, right?
Yeah.
All right. So when you go on your own time and go into Chat GPT and begin to figure this out for yourself, you're basically gonna do it like this, or you can go into a Word document and write it out with your answers, and then just come copy and paste and put it in. But what I'm going to do is
Zoom work.
say it again.
Y'all see a nigga Romeo? Yeah.
No, we ain't seen Romeo. Romeo better sit down somewhere.
I don't
Ask
see your
Romeo when you
screen.
see why he ain't in Sunday school.
Peace. I don't see your screen.
You can't see my screen?
No, I just see a picture of you.
Ah man, why ain't nobody told me that? All right, thank you, brother.
Sorry, you're talking about what you posted in the actual question chat.
No, I actually had went to Chat GPT.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the chat.
Sorry, y'all. At least I knew one person paying attention. What? Talking junk. I know y'all paying attention. So, as a recap, right? I took and copied these prompts, but it put it all together. So right now, what I'm doing is separating it. And I'm gonna go back real quick to show y'all what I was showing y'all that y'all missed.
How long was it longer?
All right. So
Was there.
what I did was I asked up here, I asked ChatGPT this question. Can you help me create an overview of my business, Ikigai, if I were to give you answers to specific questions about myself? He told me, absolutely, I'll be happy to help you create an overview of your business. Please go ahead and do me a favor. Can you mute yourself?
Goddamn, play.
1 second. All right. Let me go back to screen share. All right. So what I did before was I put everything in, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my question a little bit, and I'm going to ask it, can you create me a template using the following question? I will complete the template and use it to give you back your answer. And I don't know if this is how other people do their chat GPT prompts, but they work for me. And let's see what it give me.
Is this 3.5 or 4.0?
I have no clue.
This is the free or paid version.
I have no clue.
Heard.
I got both, and I'm not sure which computer I'm on or who I'm logged in to as doing it. All right, so I can take this and copy it and give it to y'all. So you don't have to worry about trying to get it out of the chat. All right. So I'm going to drop this in the Sunday school channel on Telegram. So you guys can just go pull it and use it to create your own. Now,
Thank you.
only thing you go ahead. Somebody had a question?
No, I said thank you for dropping it in the chat.
Got you. You're welcome. So we're just gonna go in and just 4 habits you would like to develop. 4 people you'd like to help. If the 4 people you would like to help is, your children, then, write it, but don't write it and say Tamika, Bob, Stephanie, and Jeffrey. Give it the information and put the time into it, because you can go and chat GPT and ask it to then put your responses into an Ikigai diagram for you. So now, when we were looking at, and I don't even know where it's at on my, let's go with this one. When we were looking at Shaki's diagram, what it's going to do is it's going to take and put everything in here where you need it to be. And it could serve and should serve, if you choose to use it, as your blueprint for finding your next direction in this business thing that we doing. And I'm gonna stop sharing. And wait a minute, no. Before I stop sharing, let me go back to what the plan was. Share screen. Okay. And make sure I covered everything. Use input responses, open floor. All right. So now we're at this part of the conversation. I'm opening up the floor for your thoughts. And I'm gonna stop sharing now. All right, what y'all thinking? Is it valuable? It's something that you think that you can use, should use? Talk to me, y'all.
I'll go. It's very valuable, and I appreciate it. I feel like I have a foundation to build now that I understand better, and I have to figure out so much. Like you did the thinking. I could do the action part, and it's not even hard because it makes sense. I do this already. I desire to do it this way. Then when you give us that the long ass thing you just did in the notes, I copied and pasted. So it's just something I got to do on my own. So it's like basically you give me all the tools. Now it's up to me to use it or not. So I appreciate it.
Right. So look, watch this. If you look in the chat, right, one thing that when you create it and build it out, it's going to also give you your roadmap. So 4 things that you can do that really turn you on. If you find those 4 things, then it's like, okay, I know what floats my boat. 4 skills or hobbies that you would like to learn. So now you're like, all right, I'm doing these things to build my business. I'm eating healthy. I'm doing all these things. But in order for me to really progress and really get to where I really, really want to go, based on what I'm seeing right now, written in front of me on paper, I need to make sure that I'm learning these things, because these things are going to make my Ikigai make sense. Okay, I can have it on paper, but I gotta put action to these items too. If you think of 4 ways that you can make your true self proud, you know, so for me, one of those ways that I make my true inner me proud, I'm gonna give you two. One, I made a commitment once I had my accident and woke up and realized that my brain still worked and I could feel my toes too. That from now on, from here on out, like my mission in life is to help people. So when I'm looking at 4 things that um that will be one of my things. I can't remember which one of these things I was doing just now, because I had two. Um 4 ways you can make your true self proud. So for me, making my true self proud is making sure that I stand on what it was, that conversation I had with the Most High that day, forever and ever and forever. And for me finding my true self and making my true self proud, I realized that one of those things is making sure that I take the ability and skills that I have and make them available to the world, if not on a smaller level, each and everybody within my community. Like I'll be in spaces and places and operating and doing stuff that I'm the only person in that room that look like me, that have my life experiences, and I leave those places and then go back and I'm not around anybody ever that I could really talk to and explain like what I saw today and what I learned and how this could actually help that person if they just do the one and the two. Because I can't have a conversation because like I got to go back to kindergarten with that person. So me making my true self proud is being in those rooms and being around the way with my homies and going back to kindergarten with them. Because I know that the thing that I just saw, I got to explain it to you from the rooter to the tutor. And that's what makes me proud, that I can lead these conversations with my homeboys, motherfuckers that ain't never been in or thought of having these type of questions, conversations, or operating like this. They walk away from me better. And that's the thing that makes my true self proud. So when you guys are filling this out, don't be afraid if you got to write a paragraph. Like creating your Ikigai is a lifelong thing. Like you ain't gonna get it figured out and be a Japanese samurai tomorrow. It don't happen like that. We didn't get where we at overnight, and we're not gonna get to the next place overnight. Uh Derek, you've been quiet. What's up? What you doing over there?
I just got a little bit of multitasking going on.
As usual. Robin, how your day going? I don't know how long you've been here, but what you was able to catch. Do you think that this will help you with your partnership, your tax business, your life? Give me your thoughts.
Actually, tax season, the new tax season is approaching. I have a lot of stuff that I've been doing for that and then creating the content and everything. I am too in the moment of multitasking as well, creating like a price list.
Got it. I got something for pricing that I was going to do for us today, but I remembered at the last minute that I had bought up Ikigai last week, and I said, "Damn!" I pivoted and said, "Let me make sure that I do what I said I was going to do." Uh, so I got a whole pricing thing. I guess we'll do that next week.
Okay, that would be good.
Jocelyn, I'm gonna need your help with that for next week.
Gotcha.
with bundling and sales and stuff like that to create something for the people. So everybody can get that out the chat and or give me a second. I will put the recording up from the day and I'll make all the stuff available to everybody. Is everybody here in the licensing Telegram that has the different channels in it with the Sunday school channel?
I believe so.
Yes. Shaki said yes.
I
All
think
right.
so, yeah.
Okay, cool. With that being said, if y'all ain't got no questions, comments, or concerns, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here and slide over this Bible study. For the people that's just getting here, you're late for offering. Don't worry about it. We'll collect it next week. But the recording will be available, and what we went over was at the beginning of the conversation, I showed everyone some new additions to my Bible. Oh, you know what? I want to get some feedback from y'all on that before we cut up out of here. But for the folks that just got here, we went over the Bible, and then we went over the concept of Ikigai that we discussed last week briefly. I can't remember if we discussed it in Sunday school or if it was a part of Bible study that Ikigai came up. But last week I had said that we was going to tackle it this week in Sunday school. So we just did that. But you guys will be able to see the recording and what's in the chat. And matter of fact, since you just got here, I'm gonna drop it in the chat again. But you don't have to worry about copying it. It'll be made available shortly. So for the folks that was able to see the updates to the Bible, can you give me your thoughts? And be brutal, because my family gonna read this Bible, that is.
Mine. I think your family is going to be absolutely proud of what you're doing for them. Just because of the emotion that it brought out of me when I read what I read. So I have to give you your credit and your props where credit is due. You are making for your future generations to definitely have a dope ass lineage, and I'm proud, so I know they'll be proud.
Thank you, Bishop McDaniels.
I piggyback what Derica said. Like, I think it's raw as fuck. I think that it's very detailed, and I think it's like, no matter who pick it up, he'll comprehend. And even with you giving those links and being honest and saying what you're saying, like, yeah, like I wasn't thinking that deep into my own. So that's really powerful. Like, you're giving what you're supposed to give. So you're giving.
Thank you, Chuck. And that's what I want. I'm trying to try to make your Bible, make sure it's readable. You know what I mean? Like, write it like a story. Because when people pick up the Bible and it's been here for 2,000, 3,000 years, you know what I mean? Like, folks is reading that thing because it's entertaining too. Like, it's sex, drugs, mayhem, murder. Like, there's a lot in that joint. So we know where we come from, what our lives been like. So tell the real story. I mean, anybody else got any thoughts before we cut up out of here?
Where my money at, Dante?
Who that? Shit. Get like the Red Cross, get it. Shit. Especially if I don't know who you is.
You know who it is.
I really don't. Who that?
The
I like-
blackest man alive, man.
Dude?
No, let me stop at CJ.
Oh, it's
Dante stressing. Get that shit how you live, my boy.
Shit. You know how the Red Cross get it. Get blood, baby. Shit. That's their business. I should have known there's somebody, the screen thing. Hold on, let me blow this up real quick. Hold on. Let me pin this. Hold on. It looks like somebody getting a shot blocked.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
somebody on the basketball court doing absolutely nothing. He ain't got a ball in his hand.
yeah,
I
that
should
was
have
just
known it was you, CJ.
that was my gamer tag and shit like that. You know, my screaming.
But how come he the only one in the picture with no ball? He don't like he belong on the court.
Nah, it was a highlight play. It was a highlight play, and then I just zoomed in, clipped the picture, and then made a screensaver.
Say no more. Hey, check out the recording. I'm gonna put it in the Sunday school channel for everybody.
Definitely, definitely
I think that the Bible part is a good read, but for anybody to read it, well, let me send it to them without excuse me, so you ain't gotta be pausing the recording. You know, I'll share it with you, and definitely hit me back with some comments. I mean, tell me, you know, what you think or what I could write better. Or if I put an E where it's supposed to be an I before a V, then let me know that too.
Send me that diagram, Dante, when you get a chance, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the Sunday school channel.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
All hearts and heads together. We about it. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
See you in Bible study.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.